Hey guys, my name is Sergey and I'm from Russia. And in this video I'm gonna tell you about the New Year and Christmas in Russia. Look at this tree please, and at this character, and at the presents of course. If you are from Europe or the United States, or well, from many countries actually, you would say that those things and that character, they make you think of Christmas, of course. Well, in Russia it's a little different. In Russia they are strongly associated with the New Year, not with Christmas. In Russia we don't have a Christmas tree, we have a New Year tree. Santa Claus doesn't bring presents to children on Christmas, he brings presents on the New Year. And his name, by the way, in Russia is not Santa Claus, he is called Grandfather Frost. He has a young assistant, his granddaughter. Her name is Snegurocka, which means something like Snowgirl. So the Christmas traditions, as you know them, with Santa Claus, presents, with a Christmas tree, in Russia they are all New Year traditions. And in Russia the New Year is a bigger holiday than Christmas. So how do we celebrate Christmas on the 25th of December? We don't. At least most people don't in Russia, because the 25th of December is a Catholic Christmas and most people in Russia are not Catholics. So for most people the 25th of December is not a special day in Russia, unless you are a Catholic, of course. It's just a normal working day, people don't have any parties, don't do anything special. So in Russia Christmas is celebrated on the 7th of January because of the difference between two Christian calendars, the Julian calendar and the Gregorian calendar. So how do we celebrate Christmas on the 7th of January then? In Russia the 7th of January is a religious holiday, probably as it was supposed to be. It has nothing to do with Grandfather Frost and Snegurocka. It's a church day, it's a church holiday, it's a religious holiday. So people who go to church, they basically go to church on that day, because for them it's a very important religious holiday. But the New Year is different. For most people the New Year is the most popular and the most anticipated holiday. The reason why Christmas traditions became New Year traditions in our country is historical. During the Soviet era, in the Soviet Union, religious holidays were not very welcome, and Christmas is of course a religious holiday. But old habits die hard, and at some point people in the Soviet Union decided that it would be great to use those old traditions in a new way, in a non-religious way. So Grandfather Frost was reintroduced as a New Year fairy tale character who has nothing to do with religion. They even decided to add a new character, Snegurocka. It happened, I think, in the 1930s, as far as I know. Snegurocka is a character from Russian fairy tales. People kept the tradition of decorating a Christmas tree, which was called a New Year tree, and giving presents, of course, which were called New Year presents, not Christmas presents. So beginning with the early period of the Soviet era, the New Year was a totally secular, non-religious holiday in the Soviet Union. After the Soviet Union collapsed, Christmas was returned to the official calendar of holidays in Russia, post-Soviet Russia. But it was a little too late to change people's habits. People were used to celebrating the New Year with Grandfather Frost, Snegurocka, presents, New Year tree, all that stuff. So it happened historically that we have two separate, different holidays. One holiday is the New Year, a non-religious, secular holiday with Grandfather Frost, with presents, with a tree, and so on. And the second holiday is Christmas, which is a religious holiday. So how do we celebrate the New Year? About a week or two before the New Year, people start buying presents, Christmas trees, decorations, and so on. We put up a Christmas tree in our apartments or houses. About a week before the New Year, we decorate it, and we decorate it in a way that I think people in most countries do. The only difference is that usually we put a star on the top of the tree. I know that in some countries it's more traditional to put an angel. We don't usually put an angel on the top of the tree. A few days before the New Year, people have office parties, and personally I never liked them. I always thought they are a little awkward because you are partying with your co-workers, and especially if you or your co-workers do something funny during the party, and you will have to be pretending the following year that nothing happened. Also, a few days before the New Year, children have special events, parties in their schools or kindergartens. Usually it's an event with actors playing Grandfather Frost and Snegurocka. Those actors could be some hired actors, could be the teachers playing those characters, could be even children playing those characters. It's a fun event with little presents, and usually it begins with Grandfather Frost saying hello to children, and they say hello back, and then he says, "But where is my granddaughter? Where is Snegurocka?" And they say, "Oh, we don't know, Grandfather Frost." And then Father Frost tells children, "But we need to call her. Will you help me?" And they say, "Of course we will help you." They start chanting, they start calling Snegurocka. Children usually know the drill, they know what to do. If it's not their first holiday New Year event, they chant Snegurocka, Snegurocka. They call Snegurocka, and she goes on the stage. Everyone is cheering, everyone is happy, and Grandfather Frost and Snegurocka, they continue the event, they continue the celebration. It's a traditional part of those parties. So, as a friend of mine says, Grandfather Frost works as Snegurocka's hype man. The New Year is celebrated during the night from the 31st of December to the 1st of January. Young people might go to some parties, there are usually open-air parties somewhere in the city in some public place with a concert, with performers, with popular local bands or invited bands, sometimes with celebrities, with fireworks and all that fun stuff. Family people usually celebrate it at home. They might invite friends, they might invite other families. They prepare special meals, of course, and usually they start celebrating quite late, at 9 p.m., could be 10 p.m., 11 p.m., sometimes at 6 p.m. It's quite early for the New Year, but it depends on the family tradition. A lot of people start celebrating very late, just by the midnight. Probably the most traditional New Year dish is Olivier salad. Although it has a little French name, Olivier salad is a traditional Russian salad made of a lot of ingredients. Mostly sausage or sometimes chicken, then boiled potato, diced boiled potato, some vegetables and a lot of mayonnaise. Also, it is traditional to buy mandarins for the New Year. For a lot of people in Russia, the smell of mandarins has strong associations with the New Year. Why mandarins? Well, I'm not sure, but I have a theory that nowadays it's very easy to buy mandarins, but during the Soviet time, mandarins were much harder to get, and they were considered as a holiday special meal, holiday special fruit. A few minutes before the midnight, people turn on their TVs, they watch the presidential message. It's a traditional New Year presidential address where he says something like Happy New Year, basically, and then the TV shows the Kremlin clock. The Kremlin clock is like the clock number 1 in Russia, something like probably like Big Ben in England. And then at 12 o'clock sharp, at the midnight, people say Happy New Year, they drink champagne, they pull crackers, they cheer, they might start singing songs or doing something fun. And usually this is just the beginning of the celebration. People might celebrate all night. It's quite normal to celebrate until quite late, until 3, 4, 5 a.m. Next morning children wake up and they go to see what's under the New Year tree. Because in Russia we also have the tradition with Santa Claus, I mean Grandfather Frost, coming to your place at night and leaving presents for the children. And of course, for children, this is the most exciting morning during the year. And I remember when I was little, I asked my parents, how does Grandfather Frost know my name, my brother's name, and they told me that Grandfather Frost knows everything. And I asked my parents what would happen if I woke up during the night and watch Grandfather Frost putting the presents under the tree, and they told me, oh no, no, don't do that, because if you did it, he would never come back. And also we have a weird holiday. It's not exactly a holiday, most people don't celebrate it, but it's a date in the calendar, and the date is called the Old New Year. It's on the 13th of January. You might be wondering how a new year may be old if it's new, right? How can it be old and new at the same time? But the answer is very simple. The name of the holiday, the Old New Year, refers to the old calendar that was used before the revolution in Russia, and it had a couple of weeks difference with the modern calendar. So this is why the New Year is a very important and anticipated holiday in Russia, and this is how we celebrate it. I hope this video was interesting for you. Please don't forget to hit the like button, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my videos. And see you next time. Bye!